Hello everyone, and thank you so much for checking out this video. My name's Brian if you happen to be new to this channel, but if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, you magnificent, beautiful individual. That's what you get for subscribing, by the way. Free compliments at the start of these videos. Now what I'm going to be doing is diving into the Mage for PvP, going over the skills, giving you hopefully every bit of understanding that you need when you step into the pit for PvP and Final Fantasy XIV. But this is also a controller guide, so I'm going to talk about my layout. We're going to talk about what I like to do and how I like to play the Mage in PvP, and hopefully give you guys some tips and tricks to surviving as well. But at the end of the day, if you guys have any questions, sound off in the comments below. Hit me up on Discord or Twitter, and yeah, come hang out over on the stream. I'll be streaming on Fridays over on Twitch at Work to Game if you're interested and you need any help. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. Even if you never experienced PvP, we're going to start off right here under Teleport and at the Wolves Den Pier. PvP unlocks at level 30. You're going to get a quest out there. Head out here, and that's how you're going to get your PvP setup. And the other tip I like to kind of point out is under your HUD layout. I like to copy my HUD from my 1 to 4 or whatever that you want to use. You can kind of copy it so that way you have your basic setup. Then you can modify it, and you can also use the duty option to change duty specific elements for PvP itself. Now if we dive into the PvP profile of the Mage, this is where we're going to see our abilities. You don't actually have that many skills, but you're still pretty powerful and can be a game changer in the arena. So first and foremost, you got Glare. It's got a 5,000 potency damage, so just note that is 5,000 hit points. That's how potency works in PvP. It actually represents hit points, so unless they're mitigating or you're getting buffed, that is going to just hit for a base level of 5,000 with a 1.4 second cast time. Cure 2, in this case, it's got a potency of 1200, which is, 1200 hit heals, 2 charges, charge time of 15 seconds. You can use this on yourself or you can use this on others. We'll talk about healing in PvP here in just a little bit. And then you got Affluous Misery. This has got a damage of potency of 10,000, so basically the cost of 2 glares. It's going to hit the enemy and all enemies nearby, so it actually acts as an AoE, and it's got a 15-second recast time, so you can use this every 15 seconds. Then you have Aquaveil with the 20-second recast time, creates a barrier around itself or target party member that absorbs damage equivalent of a heal of 6,000 potency, so it's a 6,000 HP shield on the target. Nullifies one status affliction that can be removed by Purify. Barrier potency is doubled when successfully nullifying a status affliction. So if they do have a debuff on them, you can put the Aquaveil on them and you can actually get a 1200 potency heal, which is the equivalent of a Cure 2. Then you got Miracle of Nature. This is going to transform somebody into a diminutive creature, preventing them from using any actions for 2 seconds. 25-second cooldown. Absolutely can be a game changer, especially if you're getting rushed by a handful of people, to be able to shut somebody down for just 2 seconds. Seraph Strike got a 20-second recast, delivers a jump and attack that deals unexpected damage to the target and all enemies nearby with a potency of 6,000. A little bit better than a Glare, but still, it also grants Protect Itself and nearby party members, reduces damage taken by 10% for 10 seconds, grants Cure 3 Ready for 10 seconds, and so that basically upgrades Cure 2 to Cure 3, and we'll cover that right here, because yeah, it's next after the limit break. Then you have Affluous Purgaton. Deals unexpected damage with a potency of 18,000 to all enemies in a straight line before you, and that will actually add as a stun. It will last for 2 seconds on that stun. Grants Temperance, increased damage dealt and healing potency by 10%. Grants a regen to self and nearby party members within 30 ohms for a 4,000 potency, and that will last for 15 seconds. And then Cure 3 being the upgrade of your Cure 2 when Seraph Striking, restores to HP and target and all party members nearby for 12,000. So that's an AoE Cure 2 with instant cast. So it pairs really beautifully with Seraph Strike, so if you need to jump in. But again, you're also getting a lot of really good stuff with Seraph Strike. So this is going to be, I think, kind of a powerhouse combo. Then you got Standard Issue Elixir, heal yourself up to full. Recuperate, that's your that's your panic heal. In this case, Purify is going to remove all the different debuffs that have been applied to you. And if you can actually, again, use Aquaveil, that ends up helping out a lot. Guard, in this case, will prevent incoming damage up to 90%, as well as different status effects afflicting you. And then finally, Sprint is there as well. Now, how I sprint in this game under my system configuration and my controller, I actually have it set to macro 99 on the R3 click. And to set that, and if you guys haven't seen my macros, using macros, and then in my 99th position, PvP action sprint. So I have sprint bound to a click of the stick, as well as this click of the stick does everything else that I could possibly need it to do. So for the white mage, I have over here on the right hand side, I have glare 3, then I've got cure 2, I've got recuperate and seraph strike. Then over here on the D-pad, Aqua Veil, my limit break, my standard issue elixir, and guard. On my double expanded cross bar here, the double tap, purify, guard, my miracle of nature, and affluence misery, as well as my expanded cross bar, which I jump into here. I've got my rapture, I have my limit break, I've got my misery, I've got Aqua Veil, nature, cure, guard, and then I have a similar layout over here with Seraph Strike as well. The reason why I end up looking at this in this kind of the way that I do is I like to be able to, especially if my party members need me, I find it much easier to Seraph Strike and cure 3 to be able to come in here for that powerful cure. Again, you can do this once every 20 seconds for that easy cure. Now you can hard cast, and what I have found, especially when trying to do kind of a cure 2 overall, I'm most likely getting focused, and that doesn't necessarily make it the easiest thing to manage when curing, especially because everybody does have their cures available to them. So what I find personally, that as a healer in PvP, is that healing is more when things aren't really kind of going crazy. So I will use kind of Seraph Strike and Cure 3 as kind of the thing that I want to be using as much as possible. Rapture, turn them into a little into a little imp as much as possible. If I can target, I will, obviously, I use Aqua Veil, I will use Cure, but my priority tends to be on damage, because I find that if they're good and gone, then they're good and gone, using everything at my disposal. And then obviously, like, getting them weakened down. And again, the limit break is 1800, so as their life tends to fall, once I start seeing them below that 50, and I'm never afraid to put Aqua on myself, then I can easily just pop in here for that limit break to kind of finish them off overall. But I do like to try and communicate that limit break. But once the limit break has been broke, then I'm obviously doing way more damage than I have before. So that hopefully helps answer your questions about the White Mage. If you guys have any follow-up questions or you need any other advice on playing the White Mage in PvP, sound off in the comments below. Hopefully this video is a help. Hopefully you got some good tips and tricks for managing just this. It is a little bit difficult to do PvP as a healer. I tend to find that as long as I'm focusing in on actually damaging and not over concerning myself with healing, the matches actually go more in my favor. So that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, favorite, subscribe, and share if you haven't already, as it's a great way to help this channel continue to grow and provide more Final Fantasy 11 and 14 content into your feed. Anyway, guys, my name is Brian. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you have a good one. Hopefully I'll see you next time. But until then, take care.
Yeah. It's time to chill out on the couch and read some comments. That's right. You know me when it comes to Destiny. I'm off with the clan, and I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh yeah.